going to do the periodic table investigation, but well, we'll do it. We'll do it later. Actually, let's go to the front. Is it the first slide? Yeah, it is. Okay, so in your periodic table, you should in your PowerPoint, you should have a blank slide like this. Have you got one? Right. Now the idea is for you to have a look at the periodic table over here, the one we've got in class, and what you need to do is you need to find where you think the metals are, where the non-metals are, where the gases are, and where the liquids are, and shade in the blocks. Okay? So, in other words, shade in the blocks. So what I'm suggesting is I used gray for metals, because most metals are gray. And I used blue for gases, and you can use another color for liquids. So you want metals, non-metals, gases, and liquids. Now, if you're not sure how to do that, let me show you. If you are like this on the thing, these are blocks, and you can just highlight the blocks. If you think these are all metals, you can highlight those blocks, and then you go up here, table design, shading, and you can make them any color you want. All right. And if you just click on a color, then it's going to go that color. Sorry? So you click there with your mouse. Click there with your mouse, and then you just drag. And you can do whole big blocks like this if you want. Now, how do we know where the metals and the non-metals are? How do we know where the metals and non-metals are? Does any of you know? Where are the metals? Yes. The staircase. Top right. Where's metals and non-metals, guys? Staircase. Where's the staircase? Joey, strike one on your mask. Top right. Where are the metals in general? Are the metals on the left or the metals on the right in general? Left. Right? So if you look at this, I've got a line here. You see this red line? It starts here underneath hydrogen, and it goes right across the periodic table to there. Then it comes down, and then it goes like a staircase. And that's the metal, non-metal line. Metals are on the left, non-metals are on the right. Now, how do you draw that on your slide? Okay. This block here, by the way, this thing that I've given you, these are the instructions. You can move this out the way. You can delete it if you want to, because you know what we're doing. You can just move it out the way. If you want to draw that staircase line, let me show you one way of doing it. There's other ways, but let me just show you one way. Watch. You click on here, insert. A whole bunch of you not watching, Mr. Barker. Click on insert, you go shapes, and this shape here is a useful one. It's called a freeform. And if you use freeform, watch how it works. If you click on that, when you click here, and if you drag, it now makes a straight line from wherever you go. So you go to there, now whenever you click, it's going to make a corner. So I put it there, I click, and now it makes a corner, you see? So now I go down to there, and then click again, and now it makes another corner. So then you can just follow the stairs all the way down. When you want to stop it, you double click. Now, in order to see it, you can say, okay, shape format, I want to make that shape red, and I want to make it thicker. Make it as thick as you like. All right, that works nicely. So make yourself the metal, non-metal line, like I've got it here. And show it with a nice red line if you can. If you want to use another way to draw your line, that's fine. And then also somehow indicate that to the right it's non-metals and to the left it's metals. Tristan, you don't look like you're doing anything. Well, why don't you ask me? So go, where did I go? I went insert, shapes. And then I did this one on the end. That one, yeah. Click there. Now, use two hands. Don't use one hand. Right, so come over here. Click there, down there. No, there. Click. Now drag all the way to, no. So watch this. When you're using this thing, click there, you click. Let's delete what you did. You click here, and now you take your finger off. See? So now wherever you go, if you click again, it makes a straight line to there. But you take your hand off now. Now when you click again, right.
Okay. Thank you.
Go for it. Delete that and go for it. So do the metal non-metal line, and then make two things like this. Two arrows. Do you guys know how to do arrows? You know how to do arrows? Earth to grade 9s. Anybody listening to me? Do you know how to do arrows? Thank you. So do some arrows saying non-metals are to the right and metals are to the left. And then you can see I've shaded in where the gases, liquids, and solids are. Right? Gases, liquids, and solids. I've also shaded everything to the right of this line. I shaded in light blue. See here? Everything to the right of the line is non-metals. All of this. Everything that's blue or green is a non-metal. Yes. How do you fill in the blocks? You go like this. You decide which blocks you're going to fill in. And then you click there and you drag. And then you go table design, shading. Now I'm going to make a couple of changes to this one of mine, because this element here is actually a metal and a liquid. So what I want to do is I want to make it a metal, which is gray, but then I just want to have the middle block, the middle part of it, I want to be green. Because it's a liquid. And I'm going to do the same here. This one must actually be blue. I want to make this. So that's blue. Now I want to make just the middle green. Sorry? Because I'm trying to show that it's a non-metal and it is a, I'm trying to show that it's a non-metal, so that's why it's blue, but then it's also a liquid. So the blue is showing that it's a non-metal, and then the green middle bit is showing that it's a liquid. Okay. And this one here, this is mercury. It's a metal, so that's why it's gray, but it's a liquid, that's why it's green. Yes.
Like
where? Oh, these are the bottom. To be honest, I don't know too much about those. Those are actually all metals, but we never work with them, so that's why I'm leaving them. The only thing I know is that they're metals and that most of them are radioactive, but I don't know much about them, to be honest. So I want you to shade in the blocks as best as you can. Shade in all the metals as gray, all the non-metals as some color of blue or green. And then I've also shaded in for you the gases. And I've shaded in the liquids. Don't you think it's rather surprising that there's only 2 liquids in the whole periodic table? At room temperature, yeah. These are all these states of matter are at room temperature. All right. They're all at room temperature. So are you guys winning with this? You're winning. Good. Good. I like it. You're winning, Joey. Great. Yes. Okay, so what are you struggling with? For that thing, this one on the end. Yeah. Use 2 hands. 2 hands is better than 1. So hang on, you've got something selected there. Let's just delete it. 2 hands, yeah. Because watch here, you can do this. You're going to go here. You want to click there. Click. Now you want to drag. But if you do this, it draws like a pencil. So you mustn't do that. You must go. It's skirt is deleted. You want to what you want to do is you want to go not shape fold, is it? Yeah, this one. So you want to go click. Now you drag, but this mustn't be pushed. So now I can drag all the way to here, and then I can go click again, and then it fixes that. See, then click, click, you carry on. Click. So it goes down like stairs. It's looking good, guys. It's looking good. You're starting to understand the periodic table. What's the problem, Harry? Yes. So click on it. Just video. Once you've clicked on it, then you go shape format, and you go shape outline, and you go.
For the rest of the rest of the.
So what I did was I colored them gray, the whole thing, and then I changed the middle bit to green. Yeah. Okay, click on it. Go shape format. Shape outline. Thickness. Yeah. Because you've got to be in that box. It's actually a table. It actually comes from a spreadsheet. So you must be in that cell. So you obviously didn't highlight that cell. Oh, there. No, that was a mistake. So that there, if you click in that box and then go table design, shading. This thing, yeah? Who is that? Somebody outside. Go. The lesson ends in how many minutes? 8 minutes. 3, 8. I can't trust you guys. The lesson ends at 9:50, which is 8 minutes. Can you survive 8 minutes? Okay. So, guys, we're busy working our way through the periodic table and finding out what is where. All right. Just look at those elements in the periodic table and make sure that you agree with me on my classification of solids, liquids, and gases, and metals and non-metals. Is there anybody that thinks maybe I got something wrong here? Do you agree that all of these are metals? You can, if you want to take a photo. If you don't think you're going to finish in the next 8 minutes, can you take a photo so that you can finish it for homework? Sorry? Yeah. Actually not. I'm leading you astray. So yeah, it's rather surprising that there's only 2 non-metals in, 2 liquids in the whole periodic table. It's also, to me, rather surprising that most of the elements are metals, right? But that's just the way it works. And there's seem to be actually very few gases. There actually are very few gases. So all of these guys over here, I mean, you can see them on the periodic table. That is, ooh, you know what? I've got one too many done here. I've got carbon filled in as a gas and it isn't. Nobody spotted it. This one here should not be a gas. That should be, what color is it? That color. Can you see, chaps, where my cursor is? That should not be a gas. The gases are only there. It's only nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and then all of the noble gases. So how many gases is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 gases in total. Oh, and hydrogen, 10. 10 gases. 10 gases, 2 liquids, and then how many elements altogether? Of this part of the periodic table, we're talking about 89, eh? There's 103 in total on the periodic table. So there's 89. Obviously, this one here should actually be gray as well. That should be gray. I'm listening. Yes, I know. And then it goes all the way to 103. 71? Yeah. Yeah, there would be. You see, these two rows are actually supposed to fit between here. They're supposed to go there. This table is supposed to split open again. And these two are supposed to be fitted in there. But nobody actually uses the periodic table like that because it's just unwieldy. Right, gentlemen, you need to learn that stuff. Okay? You need to know, going forward, for the rest of your life, where the metals are, where the non-metals are, where the liquids are, and where the gases are. Okay? If any of the elements in the periodic table that we expect you to know the names of, remember that list in the atomic structure notes, you must know if they're solids, liquids, or gases at room temperature. All right. Now, the next slide is this one. We have given you a blank periodic table. All right. Now here's the same instruction. Okay, you don't need to do that same shading again. It's obviously been done for you. But you're going to use this periodic table to do a whole lot of things on, right? It's also a spreadsheet, so you can do the shading and stuff on here if you want to. But we're going to be working with this. You also might need to make a few copies of the slide because we're going to be using it for different things. So if you want to, what you can do is you can go insert, new slide, duplicate selected slide, and then you just go like that, and now you've got another copy of that slide. Well, we'll see. But you're going to need one at least, probably. All right, but we'll carry on with that next lesson. So for homework, please finish this periodic table, get it nicely showing where all the liquids, gases, solids, and everything is. Deal? Great. Actually, I'm just thinking about something here now. I wonder what would happen if you copied this table and pasted it over here. Okay, yeah. No, that doesn't work very well. Right, chaps, that's it for today. We'll call it a day there.